filmed the video yesterday where I told you guys about everything that's happened the last couple of weeks, and I had the energy to put makeup on and I was feeling good, and then the day just went incredibly downhill from there. And then today I woke up and I feel like awful again, and it's like so frustrating. But I really know that you guys value my openness and my honesty, and so no, I know that I actually do look like I've been hit by a bus, but I feel like I've been hit by a bus, so I'm hoping that you can understand. And also I feel like it's good to show the highs and the lows of life, and obviously I've had a lot of highs this year, but I've also now experiencing a low. A low would probably be a bit of an understatement, but we have to move through and push through and try and stay positive. I'm sorry if this video is not as chipper and exciting as I normally am. I am sorry about that, but I am just not feeling chipper or excited, which is why I'm doing a life update video, because I want to keep you guys in the loop, and I want to be able to look back on these videos and see the sort of highs and lows that I experienced over my year abroad, like during a pandemic, and that is just what it is. So I hope you enjoy the video nonetheless, and yeah, I hope you also rate my Billy Joel jumper, which has made a return for this video. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a life update video. I have got a glass of hot squash because I'm feeling really stuffy today, which is concerning me because like I feel like I've got a cold, and I'm like, could I have got a cold off the back of COVID? Is this still COVID? I don't really know. But I thought I'd have some hot squash to try and clear my sinuses, and I can actually taste a fair bit of it now, which is great. My taste is slowly coming back. It's not there, but it's there enough that I can at least know what I'm tasting, which is great. But anyway, I just wanted to do a chai video actually, and I know that you're probably thinking, Eve, you've done loads of chai videos recently, but like that's because I really am not going anywhere, like doing anything. Like I literally spend my days trying and failing to get through my to-do lists, and then getting upset about it, and then waking up the next day. So that's where we're at right now. But I just wanted to do a quick check-in with you guys and just kind of like go over what is going on, what will be going on in the next few months. Obviously everything keeps changing so quickly, which is why I've done more life update videos than I normally have this year, because my plans keep changing, and I feel like I want to keep you guys in the loop to show that it's obviously really frustrating for everyone at this time, that everything just keeps changing, and you know, but it's part of life, and we can adapt, and we can improvise, adapt, overcome. Before I start this video, I do want to say that it's actually really kindly sponsored by Lingoda. You guys know how much I love Lingoda. I've worked with them before, and I'm actually going to be doing a language course with them over December and January. I'm going to come on to that like later in the video when I'm explaining why. So Lingoda is the #1 trusted language school in the whole of Europe, and it basically focuses a lot on live classes where you're actually like talking to a teacher rather than just going on an app, which I think honestly, if you want to become fluent in terms of speaking and in terms of just like natural conversation, Lingoda is the way to go. And the best thing is that you can get up to 100% cash back for attending all your classes. So literally, if you attend all of your classes, you are not paying for them. Even if you don't end up attending all your classes, the prices are really, really affordable for such like in-depth, in-person teaching. For a small group class, you'll be paying about €10, and the teachers are native speakers, available 24/7, and the groups will be max 5 students. So it's really, really a good way to learn from others, get detailed feedback, and improve your language skills. So over 35,000 people have already participated in the Lingoda sprints. I'm going to explain what the Lingoda sprints are, but it's such a good way to improve your language skills. So there are 2 types of sprint. There's either the super sprint, where you attend 30 classes a month for 3 months and you get 100% cash back, or the normal sprint, where you attend 15 classes a month for 3 months and you get 50% cash back. Wow, why is my brain just not computing numbers at the moment? So you can do the sprint in English, business English, French, German and Spanish, and they're all really, really good languages, will make you so employable, and also learning a language just does wonders for your brain. I cannot explain to you how good it is for your brain to do something like that. Both plans require a €49 deposit, and you pay it in 3 monthly installments, but Lingoda will refund all of the installments and the deposit if you attend all of your classes. They will also send you via email a habit tracker so that you can track your progress and keep in the like rhythm of doing the classes to really help you sort of like get through the experience and really get the most out of it. If you want to get 10 euros off your deposit for the sprint, then I will put the code on screen and in the description, and be sure to go and check the description if you want to sign up and click the link, and we can do it together, and it's going to be really, really fun. As I said, I'm going to be doing an Ngoda course over the next few months, and I'm really excited to get some like in-depth, expert-driven, proper personal one-on-one speaking practice, and if you're looking to learn a language, then I would recommend that you do too. Anyway, so speaking of languages, year abroad, I mean literally that is my life at the moment. So where do I start with all of this, because I don't really know where to start. I would like to say that this video is not going to be the most positive life update. I do not want it to come across as the fact that I'm super ungrateful. I know, as I said, I'm so grateful to have had like August, September, October were 3 absolutely amazing months. Like, I really feel like I made the best of being here in a pandemic. I did not speak as much German as I would have liked because I was doing an internship in English, but I really enjoyed it. I feel like I've really got to know the city, and I've made really, really amazing friends, and I really just literally loved it. And I'm so grateful that, given the absolutely awful circumstances this year, that I was even able to do that. Like, I am so grateful, and I would not change it for the world, and I will look back on that time with like super fond memories. November has kind of just arrived and has gone, hi, I'm November and I'm going to make you feel miserable. And I just wasn't expecting it. I was expecting things to get harder when they announced the lockdown. I was like, okay, but I was like, not a problem. I've got this internship that I've worked so hard to get, and it's in German, so it's going to be a really good chance to speak German, and like, I'm really going to immerse myself and get this speaking practice that I was just talking about. And then obviously I did 4 days, and the first week was quite difficult, honestly, like, you know, getting used to a German office, the pressure of the whole thing, like. And then I got coronavirus, and I found out yesterday that even though my symptoms started on November 6th, which means that I'm free from isolation on November 16th, the company policy means that I cannot go back into the office for 14 days after I got my test result. And the problem is I got my test result on the 14th of November, which means that I can't go back into the office until after my internship is over. So my internship has been cancelled. And now I'm just having a bit of a crisis because I did not get the German speaking practice that I wanted. I've missed out on a massive internship that was like a really, really important part of, like, you know, I really wanted to build my CV. But 2020 has been like that, and it is what it is. And I have moments where I just want to where I want to cry, and I've had plenty of cry the last few days and this morning. But we move and we grow, and I'm sure that at some point all of this will make sense, and I'll look back and think, yes, I'm glad that all of this happened the way that it did. And we've just got to try and make the best of things. So the only thing that's really frustrating me at the moment is that I would love to be like, okay, well, I leave 2 weeks today for a reason I'll explain in a minute. I've only got 2 weeks left here. I'd love to just go out and make the most of it, but obviously everything is shut, and also I am really struggling with my energy levels, and I'm starting to feel a bit, I feel like I have not really left this apartment for the whole month, and as lovely as this apartment is, I miss just like being around the city and things, and it does just take a toll on you sometimes, like just really not having much social contact. And I know that lots of people aren't having social contact at the moment, but even when I had corona, I couldn't even speak to my flatmates because I did not want to infect them, and luckily they have tested negative, which is so great, and I'm so grateful for that because I was so worried about that. But like, still, it's just very isolating. And you know me, I really don't like being alone, and when you're sick you kind of just want to be with your fam. And it was just very like, my friends were really great and they did reach out and stuff, but I cannot explain to you how lonely I felt like for the whole 2 weeks. Like, I just felt like I was screaming into a void, which is just not what you want. And it's really sad because I'm actually just really excited to go home, really. And it makes me sad that I'm excited to go home, if that makes sense, because Like, obviously this is supposed to be the experience of a lifetime, and I'm quite an independent person. Like, I was honestly, August, September, October, I was like thriving. I was like, yes, this is great. Like, I love it. I love being free to do what I want. But obviously when times get tough, you do just kind of want to be around your friends and family, and seeing everyone at uni. Like, I'm really glad that I've not got uni work to deal with at the moment, but like, I do admit I would love to have like been with friends during that time, you know. But that's okay, we move. And the second problem that I had is that my flight was supposed to be on the 9th of December, meaning that I would be quarantining up until Christmas Eve, or like just before Christmas Eve. My parents are divorced, and I was just really not going to be picking between one of the two for Christmas. And so I was really hoping that, like, obviously I would be able to spend Christmas Eve and Christmas, like, we're doing 2 Christmas days this year, basically, where I spend Christmas Eve and Christmas Day with my dad, and then I spend Christmas evening and Boxing Day as like a second Christmas day with my mom, so that we both get like a Christmas day. And so I was like, well, I definitely want to be home. I want to be out of quarantine. Like, my plan was to quarantine right up until Christmas, so there was absolutely no way that I could have picked it up or spread it or anything like that. Although the rules really don't make sense, because under 18s are allowed to move between divorced parents and over 18s aren't. So if my sister has got it, she's spending it back and forth. So anyway, but the plan was to do that, and hopefully there'll be some sort of like loosening of restriction over the Christmas period, which I'm not really sure I agree with particularly, but that's a whole other story. I don't really know how I feel about that whole thing, but the plan was to come home and to be in quarantine up until Christmas Eve. And so I was coming home on the 9th, and that was perfect flight. And then I got an email yesterday. They kept moving the flight on the 9th, like back and forth. I think because of Corona, they're cancelling flights, changing schedules, etc, etc. And so then they emailed me and they were like, no, it's on the 10th. And I was like, I literally just burst into tears, because I was like, I know that is the stupidest thing to burst into tears about. I'm just a bit fragile at the moment. And they were like, no, the flight's on the 10th. And I was like, well, that's too late. I can't come back on the 10th. And then my mom was like, be rational, Eve. Like, you can just ring them up and they will like tell you that there's a flight on the 7th or the 8th, and you'll still get a week of December. It's looking very likely that the lockdown will end here, like at the end of November. So I was really excited to have a week where things would be slightly more relaxed, but then again, the lockdown could have also not ended. But anyway, and so I rang Ryanair and I was like, hi, can I please move my flight to like the 7th or the 8th? And they were like, sorry, you either fly home on the 3rd or you fly home on the 11th. And I was like, okay, well, I can't fly home on the 11th because then I'd be in quarantine on Christmas Day. So looks like I'm going home on the 3rd of December, which is 2 weeks today. And that kind of sucks, because, well, this is the thing, is it's like, it kind of sucks because obviously I would love to stay in Berlin, but then part of me is like, get me home right now. But then part of me is consumed by this panic that I've just not spoken enough German, and I've just not immersed myself in the German language enough, and that is literally what is eating away at me the most at the moment. Just this feeling that I'm going to go back to Oxford in 4th year and my tutor's going to be like, your language skills have not improved at all. And that is literally the fear that is like, and that it's going to really impact my 4th year grades. And I know that like logically I still have so much time left, but I just feel like my German immersion has not been enough, and it's been so hard, obviously with the pandemic like getting worse and worse and worse, like to meet up with people to speak German, and all I can do now is watch German Netflix and FaceTime my German friends, and it's just not the level of immersion that you really need. And I'm just not speaking German in the flat either, because one of my flatmates doesn't speak German, and it's just like, oh my god, literally why? And I know that there are bigger problems in the world, I really, really do, but I was really just so set that my year abroad was going to be complete immersion, and that I was really going to get fluent. And my German has definitely improved, but I would not say that it's fluent, and that really upsets me a lot, because that was kind of the plan. And then for them to be like, oh, you have to go home on the 3rd, I was hoping that I'd be able to see my German friends before I went, maybe even go to a Christmas market. I'm hoping that I can just squeeze in a singular Christmas market on December the 2nd, but I don't know if that's going to happen. but that's okay, because on the bright side, I have spoken with my German friends and they were like, next year you're coming to Germany and you're going to come visit, and I'm going to come and visit my friend in Berlin and one of my other friends who lives in Heidelberg, and she's going to show me all of the Christmas markets in the south, and I'm going to do the whole Christmas in Germany experience next holiday, like in my holiday, my Christmas holiday of my 4th year. And that has made me feel better, that I'm not missing out on the whole Christmas thing that is such a big part of the year abroad. Like, everyone's always like, Germany at Christmas is the best, and it's like, yeah, great. But like, so that has made me feel slightly better about all of that, but I'm just a bit flat. I just feel really flat. And again, as I said, like, this is just me talking, this is more just like a personal diary for me, myself, to look back on. There are definitely bigger problems in the world. I'm so aware that everyone is having a naff time at the moment, like really like painfully aware that everybody is having a naff time at the moment. And like, I hope that this video shows that no one is immune to the naffness, because I know that a lot of you have messaged me being like, oh, you look like you're having the best time in Berlin, and I absolutely was. But November has just been an absolute write-off. Like, I have done nothing for the whole month other than just feel sick and tired, and right now even talking I'm short of breath and my neck is just killing me, and like, it's just such a stupid symptom, like why, like, and the fatigue is just pissing me off at this point, if I'm brutally honest with you. Like, I just want to be able to do things, like even writing an email is taking me years. Like, I'm getting there, but I'm doing, like, at the rate, like, this will be the only thing I do today, will be film this video and edit it and upload. And even that, even though it's a chatty video and it's a really relaxed video, it's gonna make me want to sleep for the rest of the day, which is so annoying. But anyway, so that's where I'm at mentally at the moment, and that's kind of like what my situation is at the moment. Basically just really bummed about the internship. I'm gonna email and ask if I could potentially do a month in August or September next year, which will really make me feel better, because then I'll get to do it properly, and I really do want to do that. So I'm going to email later today and ask if I can do that, maybe in Hamburg or like one of their other offices, and if not, I will just find another internship. Like, I am going to do an internship, like, I swear to God, I will stop at nothing. I'm going to get that experience, because you don't just give up easily and throw in the towel. You have to like fight for opportunities, and you have to just stay positive and move forward, and even when everything feels really negative, it's good to stay positive. I'm really sorry that this video has been such a stream of consciousness vibe, but my brain is just hates me at the moment. But looking forward, because, well, as much as we can given the circumstances, I'm going to be doing a language course of Lingoda, as I said. So when I'm at home, I'm not wasting my time. I'm going to do like maybe like 3 or 4 classes a day, or like just sort of like to keep my language skills up and to get sort of that speaking practice in every day. I'm going to keep trying to just immerse myself as much as I can, listen to German podcasts and things like that as if I was still in Germany, speak to my German friends. I am really going to try. I also have a lot of like YouTube work that I need to do as well, and also the lovely people at Black Country Radio, who are the local community radio station where I live. I went and did an interview with them on my birthday last year. We'll get on to my birthday in a minute. In January, no, so this year, in January. And I messaged them and I was like, hey, is there any chance that you offer work experience, whatever? And they were like, no, like, come in, like, you'd be such an asset, and like, you can help us out with like, you know, podcasting and writing news articles and stuff. So hopefully I will be able to do that, which will be really, really valuable work experience, even if it's not in German. I'm hoping the combination of language classes and that will keep me busy for December and January, because it's looking very unlikely that when I get back in December I will be able to go out of the country again until February, because I can imagine there'll probably be a lockdown in Jan or some sort of, the restrictions are just going to be very heavy. And even if they're not, my family booked a trip to Centre Parks. Like, we book one every year, so we booked it a year ago before the pandemic started. And if that is still going ahead, I really want to go. I'd love to spend time with my family, but that could obviously be cancelled, and it probably will be cancelled because it's looking like there's going to be a lockdown. But we move. So I'm hoping that all of those things like the Meridian and YouTube and stuff will just keep me busy for that period. And I also have all of my university work. Like, we get like a set amount of essays and things that we have to do over the year abroad at some point. So I'm going to spend January, hopefully, if I've got my energy back, God, doing that and like getting everything out the way and tying up all the loose ends, so that when things do start to improve in February, March, April, and the pandemic does start to hopefully go, that I can really just enjoy like those 6 months, you know. And I still have so much time of my year abroad left, so it is like, you know, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm hoping that I can just make the most of family time in December and Jan. I am coming to terms slowly with the fact that my birthday is going to be in lockdown, and that's fine. I always just had like big ideas of my 21st being like a really big celebration and whatever, but we will celebrate it later, and I'm sure that my family will make it really special even if we are in lockdown. So as much as it sucks, like there are definitely worse things to be upset about for everyone, and everyone has probably missed a birthday due to these restrictions. So me and the girls have said, as soon as this all is over, we're gonna just book an Airbnb, because all of us missed a birthday or like spent a birthday in some sort of lockdown. So we're gonna have just a big Airbnb and do like a big birthday celebration, which will be really, really nice. And yeah, so this is like, you're noticing a pattern of like, yeah, okay, this sucks, but we're gonna make up for it later. And I think that that's a really good mentality to have, because I think that the main pain that a lot of people are feeling, if they're lucky enough, you know, to have not been directly impacted by the virus, like whether that be catching it or losing someone to it, which is obviously the worst type of pain, and the pain that is the most important in this pandemic, and why we have to make sure that it does not spread uncontrollably. I think the pain that a lot of people are feeling, like the sort of collateral damage, is just missed things, like missed weddings, missed birthdays, missed everything, just a missed sense of like, this is your life and you're just having to sit and watch and wish the days away. And nobody ever wants to be in a situation where they're wishing the days away, you know what I mean? You want to be living your life to the fullest, and that sucks. But we just have to think that everything that sucks now, we can make up for it. So yeah, I'm not going to get to see Germany at Christmas, it sucks, but I will do it next year. Like, Germany's not going anywhere. Yes, I will not be able to celebrate my 21st properly, but we'll have a celebration later on, or I'll just have a really big 22nd birthday. And like, I'm just trying to sort of like rationalize, but also it's okay to wallow. Like, somebody said that to me the other day, because my family have been getting quite frustrated with me because I've been really upset, and then I've been like, no, I don't have the right to be upset, because after being on YouTube for a long time, there are a lot of people that will always comment and be like, you do not have the right to be upset, like everybody's got it, like people have got it worse than you, and hence you're not allowed to be upset. But you are allowed to be upset. I don't even care if you literally just had your nail appointment cancelled. Like, if you're a bit upset about it, just allow it. Don't let other people gatekeep your feelings and say what's valid and what's not. Like, it's okay to just feel a bit naff, regardless of how badly impacted you've been by this pandemic. Just allow it. Whatever you're feeling is fine, and just let it be, and don't try and feel like you need to justify that to anybody. But yeah, looking forward even further to my plans for the rest of my year abroad. That is the main thing that is causing me a lot of panic at the moment. I actually don't have any plans at all, because Argentina is definitely not happening, and because I had planned to spend November kind of looking for something to do in Spain, and I've just been too tired to even entertain the prospect of looking for something. There is something that could potentially go ahead, and if it does go ahead, it will be absolutely amazing. I'm not even going to tell you about it because I don't want to jinx it, and it's hanging by a thread depending on the COVID situation. And if it doesn't happen, I will be gutted, but also like, it can't be helped. But if not, I've said, like, worst comes to worst, I'm really, really fortunate in the fact that I could just go and do a language course. I could just pay to do a language course, which is actually the best thing you can do for your language, like, to just be immersed in that way. But I'm hoping that, like, I'll find an internship, or I'll find some sort of placement or something somewhere in Spain, who knows. But on the bright side, it keeps things fresh and exciting on this channel, because you never know what is coming around the corner. But that's basically the plan. Right now I'm just focusing on December and Jan, and trying to like find a plan for February, and hopefully things will start to look up post February and we'll start to get better, because November has been just November to be honest. Anyway, I really hope that if you didn't enjoy the video, you've learned something from this video, or that if you're feeling a bit naff, you just feel a bit like, oh yeah, I feel you, you know, and you just feel like you can relate, because I think everybody can relate at the moment. And this is not supposed to be a woe is me video at all. As I've said, there are things that I am looking forward to, and I am trying to make the best of a bad situation, but also I feel like I've been pushed through a blender and then scattered across the pavement at the moment. Like I feel so rough, but there are people that feel rougher than me, so you know, like, perspective is always key. But yes, I hope that next video will be a get back on track with me, like try and have a productive-ish day, not productive as in normal levels of productivity that I would normally do, but trying to be kind to myself but also get into the swing of things. So hopefully that'll be my next video. And don't forget that all of the information for Lingoda will be in the description. Please do check it out, because I honestly think that if you have time over lockdown, over the next few months, learning a language is the best thing you can do with your time. And yeah, I'll see you very soon with a new video. Bye guys. Mwah.